Howdy there. How done my people been doing? How done my people been doing? I would do Star Ocean 3, but going from mobile to PS2 and a stream is a real hassle. Lanfy's playing Genshin Impact. Good job, Lanfy. I'm actually interested. I'm gonna ask Lanfy about that. At Lanfy, tell me about Genshin. Are you a free-to-play player? How's chat doing? What's up, chat? If I could call you that. Let's go to Twitch. You know, guys, you guys know I don't pull up chat. I just pretend to talk to people until my stream's over. Alright, let's go live. Go to Twitch. Guild Wars 2. Hey, Mighty Teapot. I saw a video with Mighty Teapot. It was, that John Strife Hayes video. I wonder if the teapot is a reference to, like, you can't prove there's not a teapot orbiting the sun, but it's really unlikely, something like that. Like the fallacy that you can't argue from ignorance. Like you can't argue that you can't prove something because it doesn't matter. What's up? Chat's fine. Hey, Platt, what's up, homie? How you doing, Majesty? Yo, Majesty, what's up? All right, let's go to on. Let's go on the Octo Path. Let's pop this up. Pop out chat. Connect streaming software. Oh, I've connected my streaming software. You better connect to the server software, bro. I guess I could start playing Tower of Fantasy. That sounds so fucking boring, though. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm probably wrong. It's probably good. All right. Let's get our hunt out of the way. And then game chat. All right, we got the chats up. We got me up. Looking good, by the way. My hair's getting long, but very attractive. So we're gonna keep doing level 55s literally every day. Why? Because I want Scarecrow to be 5-star. Not the squad. We need we need a 500 squad. This is 540. We get Primrose, Theo, Fiora, Sophia, Viola. We get a lot of guide stones for them, so we'll take it. I will say, Wingate being level 74 helps a lot. Like, he's 200 of the whole shebang. Yeah, it's some juicy Wingate. Wingate. Wind Blaster. 100. Oh, look it. We must have gotten a Kate, right? Because I've never gotten 150,000 experience from that before, I don't think. Some levels. Let's go. Theo level 79. Looking good, Theo. Oh, bronze medals. Hopefully we could sell these bronze medals or something. Or at some, like, hopefully they have a point. Like, I have more bronze medals than I have travelers. I don't need them all. We're not gonna. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? We are gonna do the poll. We're gonna do the poll. Day 1 of 30, guys. Day 1 of 30. The most exciting one of all. All right. Let's start this off on a good foot. Let's start this off on a good foot. Brace yourself. We're going to see that gold, baby. We're going to see that gold right here. Okay. We did get blue, though. 4.5-star Scarecrow, just to not make me mad. I'd still be happy, but, you know. There's a little yellow in there. All right, Kless, thanks for showing up. Kless is a unit that I do want to use a lot more. I mean, it's kind of tough now that I'm mostly leveling 5 stars, but Kless is a good unit. There's no doubt about that. Okay, so let's go do elites first. Let's get. I gotta make a daily checklist just so I could follow it myself. Nameless Town will be one of the sections, which will include Tower of Remembrance. All right, Chamber of Bonfires. Let's see what you're made of. It's been such a long time. I think I should be going. Yeah. Time doesn't wait for me. It keeps on rolling. High now on a distant highway. Yeah. You gotta keep on living that dream and leave it all behind me. I don't actually know the lyrics. Did I just do today's YouTube video? No, this is squad 9. There we go. Okay, I do think this is the wrong team. Legendary Ashes Forest. Oh, what a rare drop, everybody. Let's go back up to squad 1 though. I literally did the thing that I just made a video about today. I made a little YouTube short, and I literally just, luckily it was an easy fight, and I had my hunt squad, but still, I could have easily have lost that. Looks a lot like that wolf. This guy's cool looking, I guess, but he doesn't look quite original enough. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't look anything like the other bosses, but I kind of get, he looks kind of like the other bosses to me, like another elite. Or that plant thing. I don't know. Maybe I just don't like wolves that much, and I do like plants. I like that cool plant guy a lot. Like, wolves don't make for particularly interesting enemy types. IMO. Not saying their fights can't be interesting, but their visual design, I'm usually like, it's a fucking wolf. Woof woof goes the wolf. Where are my dogs at? Woof woof. Bark with me if you're my dog. You guys remember, what was that song? The Baja Men Who Let the Dogs Out? Was that song the biggest song in the whole world for like a week? I think it was. No content left, Dervis. You finished the content? Well, the new event is supposed to be coming out in just a couple days. So, you know, if you just spend an hour doing all the daily stuff you should do, grinding the elites, doing all your daily tasks, and then, you know, have a different game you play. Like, if you were playing the actual Octo Path Traveler 1, you would have probably, with the amount of hours you put in, you probably would have already finished that game already. And at least this one has some content to look forward to. So that's like, that's pretty sick, right? We really need to get all these guys. Because, what? I'm not letting you in the bedroom. You piss on the bed sometimes. At least when you're alone. When I'm in there, you've never done it, I don't think. But I'm stopping them. I mean, we might as well kill these things, right? Yeah, shadow impact, sure. Oh, I didn't boost everybody. That's my bad. No, well, luckily these guys are weak as all hell. As all get out. Shit. Look at that weakling. 3,000 experience isn't bad for normal battles, too. If you can kill them in one attack, it might be worth farming. I don't know. Mighty Assassin Bug. Hiya! What's that other thing he's weak to? I assume it's not axes. It's probably spears. I haven't brought spears. I mean, I guess we'll try Chaotic Blow. This is the team I probably fight him with every day, so it's probably... No, it can't be spears. It's probably book then. I mean, unless I've literally never used Millard. Which, I mean, is I guess, possible. Let us boost. This guy's gonna die. Maybe not this turn, but he's going down the death path. Stop resisting. Okay, it's gotta be book. Well, you know what? I got a book right here. There we go, you're dead. Sophia's never even gonna get a chance to attack. She might. Ding, ding, ding. I don't think I have any equipment on her now that I'm thinking about it. It is book, you're correct. The power of deduction saves us yet again. Daily task complete. Screw that. Who needs daily tasks? No, daily tasks are pretty good. You get you know, the daily gems. I mean, I spend 10 gems a day. Oh, great. Yeah. Hey, Kates. Hey there. How you doing? Happy you could show up. You always fucking show up when I'm not ready for you, man. Hey, what's up, Starchy? How you doing, friend? Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Day, night, whatever. Yeah, that's right. Run away! Just like your father. Does that make any sense? It doesn't have to. We're just trying to hurt his feelings. Hey, Roms, what's up? We got a 3-attack bow. That might help us get it. If it doesn't get us, I'm gonna be. This is right on the edge where the 3 attacks may not get it. This is why I hate the 2 Kates. We would have guaranteed had it if it was 1 Kate, we would have guaranteed had it. But because it's 2 Kates, our damage got halved because we don't know which one we need to attack because we don't know which one's gonna run away. We did get one, but still, it's like, fuck. Having a great day / might, too. I'm having a great mighty day. It is the nice early morning for me. So that's good. Let's, stop it. Stop it. Stop fucking moving. Change equipment. You got a makeshift tome. That's not all bad. Just go ahead and equip a Innocent Tome 3, I guess. That's fine. I guess the best weapon currently in the game for you will suffice. I mean, the battle-tested tome is definitely better, but it's, you know, whatever. Oh, wow. You think you're so cool. That's right. I should have brought things that, and we got some juice. We got some juice. And in theory, you're weak to bows. You know what? Let's use this. I don't even want her in my party. I just did 3-4 of the level 85 NPCs. Only old lady left. I had to leave her for last to teach her a lesson for messing with my young ones. For real. I finished 3 out of 4 also. I finished the book guy yesterday. All that's left is the tottering old man, I think. Look at that. Look at that crit up. Arena day can no longer be so no. We actually, this fight's like really tough for us because we've got 1, 2, we can only break 4 shields a turn. Fuck it though, right? We don't have any lightning. I mean, honestly, Gilderoy would be good in this fight. Light weakness is always like fucking sucks because there's like very little good light damage in the game right now. Don't just be attacking my Ashland. We should be putting Ashland to the back then because we really don't want him to die, especially for no reason. So you just go ahead and crumbling cut, you know? We have to keep these guys doing their thing. Are you Primrose? Oh, you've got fucking duh. I'm such a dipshit, bro. Wait, how much does this do? This does 170 up to 350. This does more. Not quite more, but it's essentially more, you know. You're Primrose. We don't even... Yeah, you spell song. No debilitate sucks. I mean, I got debilitate. I just don't need it right now. I don't change my skills up based on the fight I'm on unless it's like a really hard fight. And this fight isn't hard enough to justify it. Alright, so you're broken. Is that your last Crimson Blast? It is for this fight, so we're going to go ahead and have you just attack 4 times because he'll be broken by that point. You might as well switch in and do your Twin Toxic Arrow because he will be broken. And then we'll have Miller do the... You might as well do this, right? Alright, this is fine. Go ahead and increase that duration again. You're broken. Some good damage. Look at that damage, bro. Who says 4 books isn't good? Alright, you boost it. You boost it. You boost it. And you do the same. You boost it. This guy is definitely dead here, right? Yeah, I think Ashlyn gets the kill like always. Thank you, Ashlyn. Tottering Old Man took me 15 resets to release my Millard. For me to release my Millard was too fast for what I was trying to do. Got it. I haven't had too much difficulty with them yet. The book guide definitely took me the longest so far. And that's mostly because I just didn't have a good team for that. I had to level up units specifically to get to that team. And I didn't know his mechanic of like after you break him the second time, he'll counter with like an insanely powerful attack with counter magic attacks. And it's still kind of rough for me because it's still kind of hard for me to break him in time. Victor's Hollow looks so familiar, and I'm now remembering that's because I've been here in Octo Path Traveler. Let's take a look. I planned on playing it on PS2 legit, but I could emulate. I was thinking about starting a playthrough of Star Ocean 3. But I don't know. That might be a bit of a big commitment. The easiest one for me was the old lady. She was a 1-tap for me. And then the architect was basically a 2-tap, but kind of a 1-tap at the same time. It was kind of a combination. Light him up. So the random foe thing is a negative sometimes, but like in that exact situation where you're fighting multiple enemies and the first hit kills them, the rest of the other hits don't just attack the same target, right? They go to the next target. Let's kill some things. Let's kill some things. You cannot stop me from farming my materials. I'm gonna spell... Oh, I didn't even put my... You can tell that I don't change my abilities in between. Right, I mean, you might as well, right? If you jump up front and do that, that should be pretty good. You are slow, though. So I'll read that message in 2 seconds here. I want to see how this mechanic works. So is it 4 turns? It is 4 turns. Okay. So I guess the 10% gets replaced by the 20%. If I only have 5 out of 5 or / 4 stars, is it realistic to beat the final boss of the base game? If you only have 4, 5, or 4 stars, that should be almost impossible. If you have free-to-play currency. I mean, I don't know if I use the 3-star for more than an hour after starting the game. 4 stars are very good. 5 stars are powerful. 3 stars are like very, very, very bad compared to 4 stars. So it's like kind of whatever, but just I'm not sure. I mean, you could probably beat the game with a bunch of 3 stars. I mean, you're going to be making it harder on yourself, but it doesn't make it like impossible or anything. So you probably don't have to pull, but what's the level cap of a 3-star? A 3-star, is that like level 40? And then it goes up to, yeah, the level cap. Yeah, I don't think you can, I don't know if you could beat the game. Like you would, if you want to beat the game with 3 stars, it's literally possible, but fuck, it's going to be so ridiculously hard because you want to be around level 60. And so if you have to get 2,000 bronze guide stones for each of your 3 stars to get them to level 60 so they can equip level 60 gear, I mean, you might be better off saving some free-to-play currency and doing some pulls. Yeah, I'm sure someone insane will beat Master of All with 3 stars. And if they like add those boss fights back into the game, that's a perfect kind of like fun, challenging content to have a good time. Platt, you are so far ahead in content. I feel very disconnected from all your streams. Watching you play so far ahead is a spoiler for a game that I've been paying attention to the story. Well, sorry to hear that. Not sure what I could do about it. I'm actually playing slower than most of the people not in my community, but like a lot of people that I talk to are, and some that show up my streams and some of my friends, like they're just quite a bit further than me still. And even though I'm at the end game, it's like Kage has like level 30 in all of his influences, right? That's like 4 levels higher than me. And a lot of people just sit there and grind feats. So like I'm not even that far ahead comparatively to some people, but again, of course, other people I am going to be really far ahead of. It just, everyone plays the game at different paces. Go ahead and do your ice window. That might be good. I mean, I can't slow myself down because I need to make content. Is 30 the max? There is no max. I mean, there might be a literal max in the game because there's only a finite amount of experience you can get, but the quote-unquote max isn't actually capped. It'll keep going up over time for probably forever as long as the game is out. I mean, I don't know that, but I would be surprised if it ever stopped. That's a big reason for people to grind feats. It's one of the big indicators of the power of your account. What do you got? Yeah, I'll Lotus you. I'm gonna come back and watch these videos as I come up to the content, and I will love it. That's awesome. Smack, 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 smack. I have a 3,600 free-to-play currency saved. Probably gonna wait for more banners to be added, so I have a larger off banner pool. Yeah, without, like, you need to be able to hit probably right around level 60. So, like, realistically, what are you doing? Oh, because I switched. Okay, that is on me. Yeah, he might die here. Yeah, I mean, the longer you hold on to your gems, the more value you're going to get out of your gems. Because you're going to get better. You're more likely to get better characters. That being said, The consequence is likely just having less fun until you end up spending your gems, though. Which is part of the gotcha, baby, you know? They don't want people that spend 0 to just straight up have more fun than people that spend a lot, so I get it. Millard, you look like such a fucking idiot when you attack. This guy's actually tanky as shit. Like, these are some low ass damage numbers. Physical counter stance, bring it on. Think I care? This guy feels like he has really high defenses. It's not like a tough fight, but it is it's definitely like one of those fights that's like, oh, you know, I just thought it would be done faster. Petting my cat's belly and he likes it sometimes for a bit. The Blue Branch Refined Stone, that's what it's all about. All right, world map. Let's go to Victor's Hollow. Let's sell some stuff. Let's go to the inn first. I like going to the inn first because otherwise I forget. Bop.
Yeah.
Bibbity bop bop. All right. What are we doing? Where's the... That's right. It's over here. So should we give Fiora her level 3 weapon first? Or yeah, it's probably the best. It's probably the best. Because she's like kind of, that's like all she does already is hit really hard with a sword. Like you're probably not, I'm not going to be using her for darkness damage. No offense, Fiora. But your darkness damage is power crept by 3 stars already. Hey, almost $1 million today. Look at that. You get like $1 million a day in this game. There we go. Level 3, baby. Whoop, whoop. 15 more attack. I'll take it. Did anyone in your community level up to 100? I don't know anyone that wails that hard. I don't think. I mean, it's possible, but I genuinely don't know of anyone wailing that hard. At this point. But it's possible. No one's shown me. You have to buy all the level up berries. I mean, not necessarily, but you do. The level up berries aren't the hard part. The hard part is the level cap, right? Needing 2,000 gold, because the only characters that can get up to level 100 are 5 stars. So you need, you need 2,000 gold guide stones, which means you've either pulled a character 20 times or you've pulled them probably 15 times, an individual one character 15 times, and you have a bunch of their guide stones and a bunch of neutral guide stones, and you cash out some stuff. I mean, it's like literally possible, but it's like 20 hours a day EXP farming. I mean, it's only like 5, like that part's not the hard part because that's like $10, right? Like if you go to the store, the cost of getting those levels is way cheaper than the cost of getting the level cap at this point in the game. Like if you look here, it's right, 5 level for $20 you can get 15 levels. Like that's from level 85 to 100. That's like level 85 isn't that hard to get. Like a lot of people have level 85, so for $20 you get that. But it might cost genuinely at this stage of the game several thousands and thousands of dollars to get enough gold guide stones. Like if you spent $5,000 on the general banner, that might still not get you enough to have a level 100 unit based off the number of gold guide stones you need, unless you liquidate everything for one character, you know. That's a pretty rough deal, because it gets expensive. Like the difference between 95, like you need, I think it's like from 80 to 95 you need like 1,000 guide stones, and then like 95 to 100 you need like another 1,000. All right, let's grab some juice here. Looks like we might be done with our weekly tasks. Hey. I gotta use path action and exchange. Let's go finish Nameless Town. You could hunt a billion times for stones. I mean, I get, so it takes 30, 50. You get 5 stones per, typically, unless it's like a special promotion and it was like Tressa, but typically you get 5 stones. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So you need to do 20 hunts to get 100 stones. Where if you do 20 hunts costs, I mean, you get 1 free a day. But if you want to do 20, like you can, how many can you do a day? Can you do 5 additional a day? That'd be, isn't it 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14? Isn't it like 140 gems? So it's almost a multi every 2 days to do all your hunts. It's like 15 bucks a day to do those hunts. I think, I don't think you could, I think it'd be better to do polls at that point. Because it would take you 2 multis. It would take you about $60 or 2 multis to get 100 stones, I think. For those specific characters. And you'd have to do that 20 times. I don't know if there's enough time since the game's released to do it that way. Yet. I think you would have to just spend it on a pull. Like, and pull a unit that many times. So I think level 100, if there's someone that has level 100, they're crazy. But like, in a way, I hope there is. I definitely hope there is someone with level 100, because it's nice to have some crazy dedicated players in every aspect. All right, let's go. We'll do the loop. We'll do the loop. I like starting with this guy because he was the very first guy. Yeah, if anyone knows anyone that has a level 100 anything, let me know. I'd be interested in maybe talking to him. There was a level 100 Tressa when Tressa was released. That's pretty crazy. I mean, the thing about that, I mean, the only way to do that is to pull her 20 times, right? Like, there's not a second way to do that. In order to pull her 20 times, that means you pulled every unit 10 times. Yeah, like 94 is way, like, I feel like people don't realize how many of these stones they need. Like, again, 15 levels from level 80 to 95 is about 1,000. It's like 980, and then 95 to 100. 95 to 100 is another 1,000. So the last 5 levels are all the stones of the first 15 levels. You didn't realize hunts are limited? I mean, it doesn't come up that much because no one uses more. Like, I did 2 hunts a day for like a week, but now it's like I need to save my gems for banners. But like, if you go prepare and you go easy hunt, you could refresh 5 times a day. And it costs 20 and then 30, 30, 30, maybe 40 for like the last one to make it an even 150 a day. Something like that. Yeah, a full awakened Lynette is super cool. I like Lynette. I think I might like her more if mine was fully awakened as well. She's very cool. I do like Primrose a bit more though, but hey, thank you for the Supreme Nut. But Primrose also isn't a release character, so it would make sense that I would like Primrose more. All right, let's take the Fleece of Remembrance. So the Fleece of Remembrance is literally just for selling for shards, or is there going to be armor in the future? Look at all these fleeces. Hey, I got 3 of them today. I wonder if that's good. I don't know if those are likely or unlikely to get. Let's go check Coda. I don't think Coda has anything interesting to say. I don't like. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a path action every day, which I kind of dislike. It's not like a big deal, but I'm just like, I like people in my town having path actions. Yeah. He upgrades the stamp weapons, but it's like, why would I? Because I already have one of these, and so there is no stamp sword level 3. If there was a stamp level 3, I'd do it. Fully Awakened is good, but we need one more Awakened Stone in the future. Yeah. There is a video of someone that I think is pretty experienced, and they're like, hey, I recommend everyone don't save your stones for the future. Use them now, because it's better now, but I don't know. I'm definitely not going to be saving an Awakening Stones. Like, getting an extra Awakening Stone on Lynette is guaranteed to happen anyway, eventually. I'm not too concerned with having it day one, if that makes sense. But maybe I should, but I'm not, so that's just me. Everyone, you gotta live by your own meta. In a single player game, the only meta is yours. Your account versus the game. So whatever is gonna make your account the strongest, in your opinion, is the right thing to do. Fully Awakened is good. Oh yeah, sorry, I already read that. I don't reread messages. That's not what the plat's about. I think caffeine, I think I've drinking enough caffeine in my life where it has the opposite effect on me. And it does wake me up, but also I feel like I crash like within an hour of drinking it now. I wonder if that's like a common thing. Like caffeine, I know caffeine crash obviously is a thing. I think everyone knows that, but it's like caffeine crash within like an hour. Because I'm like tired now. I wasn't tired an hour ago. I'm tired now. Where's my 5-hour energy, huh? Isn't 5-hour energy like literally illegal in some places? And the guy's like, I feed it to my kids. It's good. Yo, what up? Hi, Tom. Hi, Tom 7. Okay. Should I play? If I'm thinking about picking up a second game until Dio Chronicle comes out. When Dio Chronicle comes out, we're going to be playing that in addition to Octo Path. No Noel or Fabio. I don't even know who Fabio is. Menno is really good. I really like Menno. Ooh, 5-hour energy with a Red Bull for a force multiplier. I like that. Let me take a look at Fabio. I've never looked at him before. I don't think so. There's still units. Like, I try to go through and look at everything, but still every now and then someone will name a unit. I'm like, who? Who? Is he literally the bottom? Where? I know I probably... Oh, you missed. He's right there. There he is. Walt's a Zephyr. Okay. Oh, he's a dancer. Wind dancer. Okay, let's take a look. Noel's very good, though. Elemental wind damage to a single foe. 130 is pretty... Is that good? I don't know. Maybe not. The Sonnet of Storms. Twisting Tune. Oh, my goodness. Deal elemental wind damage to a random foe 3 times. Okay. And he's got double sweep. Physical fan damage to a single foe 2 times. I mean, that's pretty good, too. Yeah, triple wind is pretty great. I mean, I don't think Fabio's great in that sense, but I mean, like, specifically for that fight where you need wind users for the battle-tested, is that the tome? It's the battle-tested, it might be the battle-tested tome. Like, then he's got to be good there. Like, there's no doubt. Elemental attack up 15%, eh. Raise wind damage itself by 20%, but only at full HP. Like, it's just clearly, like, I know he's a 4-star, but, like, raise wind damage itself while at full HP by 20%, or Sophia, raise ice damage by 30%, period. No conditional. So Fabio's got to be great on that fight. Except for the fact that the guy, yeah, he has magic counter stance, but not till you break him twice. If you get his deal enough damage, And plus, like, you have 8 characters, right? You could have wind breakers, and then when he switches to counter stance, you could switch to your physical guys. Bow and wind. Yeah, I don't have any good. I don't have, like, I have a little bit of good bow. Let's see what team I'm using. I have BT book right here. Are you sure it's bow? It's dagger, isn't it? If it wasn't dagger, yeah, it's like if it my team makes no sense if it's bow. Got it. And then BT spear. I think it's the wait, is this I don't know, I might have my teams mixed up. This might be for the axe. That's for the book. I'm trying to figure it out. I've been grinding fan rear mats today. It feels like forever to get weapons. Yeah, they're a time-gated resource for sure. They're definitely designed to be slow to get. Hey, what's up? First time chatter. Welcome, welcome. My Coda still doesn't have the weapon upgrade option. You might have to get them at the level 3 front deck. Not waifus. Skip. Never skip a waifu. Maybe you need to buy one of the stamp weapons to see the new options. Not sure. No. I have, oh, that's true. You do need a stamp weapon before he has that option. I remember specifically doing that on stream. Use the exchange one time. Fuck! Bow and fire for the spear. Okay. I don't think I had Lynette the first time I did that fight either. Is it a Flames Grace for the upgrades Is it the same as Flame Grace for the upgrades as you need to fight elites to get the upgrade mats? Yes, it is the exact same system. Which I actually like the system. I like that it's a daily cap, which sounds... Oh, I was like, wait a second, why does this look different? Because I already bought the gold ones. Let's go. I can't get rid of these in case I need them in the future, and also I don't need the memory shards right now. I meant to do this one anyway. I think we're going to get rid of all Sophia's guide stones. Honestly, I'm sick of her. Just kidding. Sorry, Dory. Who is the most? You have 58. There you go. You're not the most, but you're at a number that I don't like. I'm going to switch to Twitch as I feel I'm missing out on chat. No, there's more chat there and YouTube, but do whatever you got to do. Yeah, so there's 2 ways to think about it. Am I cutting my chat in half by streaming on 2 things? I think not, because I think the people that are watching on Twitch probably wouldn't be watching on YouTube because they probably happen to come across me while browsing Twitch anyway, most of the time. Interaction, what'd we get? Wealth, power, fame. All right, traveler story time. Oh, no. Switch the party. There we go. Hey, thank you for the follow. Dionysius. You weren't following me? Well, now I'm just hurt. How was I not a follower already? I don't know. Do you normally watch on YouTube? And now you're a first-time chatter? Somehow? Hey, hi, Tom. Thank you for the following. I appreciate that. I don't have notifications for YouTube subscribers, as honestly, not to be braggadocious, but it was coming up a bit too much for, because like people typically, like it's not one of those things that people are watching the stream and then follow. That's something that's like just happens from people watching YouTube videos. Save memory shards for coming up content. I mean, I'm not spending any memory shards. You have decent human beings. Yeah, you have decent human beings. Don't watch streams on YouTube. Twitch is better than YouTube. I think, hey, first time chatter, welcome, Hightum. Never met you before. I did know a Hightum 7, but Hightum 7.2 is new to me. I think streaming is better on Twitch. However, I like watching streams on YouTube way more. But as a streamer, I like watching streams. I like streaming on Twitch, and a lot of viewers like watching on Twitch more because you get like you know, you get emotes and you get this, you get that. You get lots of cool little knick-knack paddywhacks. You can donate bits. There's a culture of like donating subs to get ads. People will get them and give them to other people. YouTube doesn't really have that, but YouTube is for me as a viewer, what I like about YouTube is that I could pause the video very easily and then just pick it back up where I was. I could rewind the video to any point that I want. It feels more like watching a YouTube video. Like I already minimized chat. I don't care about, personally, I don't care about emotes. I don't care about bits. I don't care about all the cool things that Twitch likes to do, or notifications. I just am cool with them. I just like watching the video, I guess. So different people, there's definitely a culture of Twitch though. Like if you're a chatter, Twitch is better, but I'm a lurker, and so I just tend to like YouTube a bit more. Do 3-star characters and 4-star characters get Awakening 4 or just Awakening 3? Currently Awakening 3, but I think there is a point where they will add Awakening 4. Some stream communities just spam the hell out of emotes that make it unwatchable for me. Yeah, I don't like when chat's on stream, unless most of the time, but I usually just watch I already just watch with chat minimized. I never have chat open when I watch streams. Watching VODs on Twitch is terrible. Yeah, that's why most people export their VODs to YouTube. First time chatter. Hello, Paul. See, but one thing I like about Twitch is it would have told me he's a first time chatter. Would have given him you can spend your channel points for emotes. You get to do a lot of cool stuff. First time chatter. Love your content. Have the afternoon off, so I'm able to make the stream. Hey, I appreciate it. I have I work this afternoon, but you know what? It's not this afternoon where I'm at. We're here partying. I don't have to be at work for another 4 hours. So we're going to stream for at least an hour of that, maybe 2 hours of that. I might run out of things to do in Octo Path, and we might discuss a different game to switch to. I just picked up some Fortnite. I didn't look at what it was, but that's what I saw out of the corner of my eye. Yeah. Hi, Tom. That's a great idea. Leveling your 3 stars to 45. I mean, if you look at my travelers, right, you can see a lot of my 3 stars have their level caps up to 45. Not all of them, but most of my 3 stars I'm trying to get up to 45. It's a little bit, it's like way harder to get 4 stars to level 74. You just need a lot of their juice. We did get a Kless though. Let's take a look at maybe we can give this guy some more juice right now. We could, or we could awaken him. No, we can't awaken him. You don't need the HP anyway. I don't know when we're going to use you, but your level will be more. Oh, I just used some normal guide stones. That's my bad. Whatever. Live and let live. I'm in the same boat. Caught up on content and focusing on leveling my 3 and 4 stars to farm influence. Yeah, farm and influence seems just like a great thing to do in general. Even if it doesn't directly have a huge impact on the game, like the last thing you want is when a new town comes out to not be able to do any of the path actions, right? Like that's just going to blow. Like the new town came out, I did every path action in my first time through. Helga, welcome back. We're doing quest for Helga. Don't even know who Helga is. I'm trying to decide which game I'm gonna play in conjunction with this. I'm considering several. If any of you guys have input, please. Here, you guys watching me live are the ones I care about because you're the ones that will continue to watch me live, hopefully. But the games I'm thinking of is Final Fantasy VII, not remake. I'm just thinking Final Fantasy VII. I'm thinking Star Ocean 3. And I don't know if I don't know what I'm trying to think of other games kind of like that, you know, games I could play the actual Octo Path Traveler, the original Octo Path Traveler. I'm a little less inclined as it feels like I might burn out on the combat if I then go play that and then come back to this, especially if I like one more than the other. I'm either going to like the original Octo Path more combat wise and be frustrated at this one, or vice versa. I'm going to be used to the mechanics in this one and like this one more and be frustrated at that one. So I'm a little less inclined to do that right now. Have you checked out any games Immutable X is making?
Hi.
Let's take a look. You know what I'm here for? I'm here to triangle strategy. I already have a playthrough of it, of most of it on my YouTube channel, so that's probably not gonna be what I do. But I do like, though, you know, you're definitely in the right ballpark of good suggestions. I appreciate that, Angrim. Live a Live. I've heard of Live a Live, Live a Lie, or whatever, Live Alive. What is this? NFTs minted this year. Fire Emblem Three Houses? I did one playthrough of Fire Emblem Three Houses. That could be a really fucking fun second playthrough. Do a different path, right? Because I only did the blue obelisks. I never did Cypher Reds. That could be a really, really good time. What's your preferred format to play games on? Definitely PC. But I have a Nintendo Switch also. But my Nintendo Switch, I don't know if you... Here, let's switch to big cam for a second. Also, really quick to end this. This seems like scam games. I'm not really an NFT. I don't want to say shit. I don't know enough about NFTs or Bitcoin and things like that to say anything. I'm just gonna say that based off initially what I see opening the site, I don't think it's something that interests me. Final Fantasy Tactics. This is a good one. Let's make a notepad. FF Tactics. 3 houses. Any Fire Emblem. I don't know how to spell emblem. What was the other thing I was looking up? I was gonna look something up as triangle strategy. I already have a playthrough of triangle strategy on my YouTube channel. Spoiler alert, I'm not the big. I've talked about it enough ad nauseum. You could watch the playthrough if you want to see it, but I didn't finish the game for a reason. I thought the game was incredible for a long time, and then I ended up not liking it by the end. I didn't beat it because I'll just say that I thought the story got significantly worse in the last third of the game. But that's just me. No one else agrees. We all have bad takes. You should start a new game on FF14 as a noob. God, but FF14. All right, when I badmouth someone's favorite game, I want you to know it's not because I think the game is bad. I don't like Final Fantasy 14. That doesn't mean I think it's a bad game. It's just not a game for me. I am far too invested, not literally, but like I just like World of Warcraft. I just don't like, I like classic World of Warcraft is the only MMO that I've really played and loved. Classic World of Warcraft and Burning Crusade, and to an extent the Lich King. Those are that's like the MMO that like I'm in love with. And Final Fantasy 14 does not even remotely fill, it's missing everything that I really care about in that game. Tactic Ogres Reborn and Diofield Chronicle are both games that I'm considering playing. Just so you could dump on it. I mean, I've beaten it. I mean, when I say I've beaten it, I haven't beaten Shadowbringers, which is apparently a great story, and all the other ones, like Storm's Blood. I've done, I just beat the original base game with a White Mage, and holy shit is White Mage boring. Holy crap. But I never played a healer in an MMO, so I was determined to do it. Yeah. If you do it in an MMO, yeah. I mean, I'm not really interested in MMOs. They're not my thing. I dislike almost all MMOs. I only thought I liked MMOs because of how much I like Classic WoW. Because Classic WoW is like a borderline perfect game in a lot of ways. It's not, of course, perfect, but I really did like that game. Let's find a Helga. I don't like FF14 that much, and I'm a major FFF simp. I mean, I was a big big Final Fantasy simp until I went back and started, like, so it turns out I'm not a Final Fantasy simp. I'm a Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 10 simp. Those 3 games are 3 of my favorite games ever created in the history of the world. I love Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 10 a fuck ton. But I'm not really a fan of most of the other ones. I like 12 is, I would say 12 is the next if I had to pick a fourth one. But it's like I didn't like 15. I didn't like 9. I don't like 1. I don't like 3. 3 was okay. 3 I think I liked more than I thought, but I only played the DS remake. I did not like 4. I did not like 5. 6 I think is way overrated. It wasn't bad, but I think it was way overrated. Titus, I think Final Fantasy X is like ridiculously good. Backpack Hero is good. I used to make YouTube videos on Backpack Hero, and I have a couple guides, and I have a couple. I'm like a $60 or $100 backer or something. I never played 8. How do you recommend me playing it? Man, 8 is the hardest just to jump in and play. There is a Voice of Cards. I played that. The issue with Voice of Cards, it was way too easy, even on the hardest difficulty. Nothing against the game. It was just too easy. Backpack Hero is great. Yeah. I had a great time with it. I'll play it more on full release probably. I kind of want to be shocked when I go back. I mean, I honestly, maybe Backpack Hero would have been my opportunity to become a really big YouTuber because it's starting to, you know, it kind of caught on, but eh. Breath of Fire 2. I've never played any Breath of Fire game. Breath of Fire 2 or any of them, maybe. Voice of Cards. All right, let me make sure I know what Voice of Cards is. So my issue with Voice of Cards, like it was cool, it was neat, but it was so easy. And then I looked up reviews, and every review was like, "Hey, this game does not get any harder. It was just too easy of a game." And that really turns me off from RPGs. I am a Dragon Quest simp though. Final Fantasy 13. I mean, I was so disappointed. Like, imagine going from Final Fantasy 12 to Final Fantasy 13. It was just like such a fucking letdown. Like Final Fantasy 12, even though I'm not a huge fan of it now, it was really like it's still a great game with so much content and a lot of depth and complexity. I don't like the art design. I don't like the characters. Like, I don't like Vaughn. I don't like Penelo. I don't like Balthier. Sorry. I don't like Fran. I'm sure there's other characters like Ash. I like Bach. What's his name? Bosch, the guy with the twin brother. He was really cool. But I still don't like their designs. But like the combat was fun. The open world was very fun at the time. The story was interesting. The world was interesting. The job board was good. I liked Final Fantasy 12. Then going to Final Fantasy 13, I was like, what is this? It's like they totally went the opposite direction with the combat. I'd say Paper Mario. Paper Mario could be fun. I mean, Nintendo also owns Fire Emblem, right? The Tellius? What's Tellius? Everyone likes Fran. They're like, oh, it's just like, even as a kid, even as like when Final Fantasy 12 came out, how old was I? FF12 release date. FF12 release date. This game came out in 2006, so it came out 16 years ago. So I was 14. Even at 14, I was like, really? A race of only female bunny girls? Sure. You have to be comfortable using Dolphin, though? I don't know what that is. Like, yeah, yeah, of course. There's just a whole entire species where they're all incredibly tall, thin, big-breasted bunny women, only women, and they have they're all in high heels. Every single one of them all the time. There's not such thing as one not in high heels. I'm just like, what? Come on, what the fuck? Dolphins and Nintendo emulator? I mean, I might even have it. I got a SNES emulator. What kind of Nintendo emulator is it? I used to play Mega Man Battle Network. I didn't like those games, sorry. Mega Man Battle Network was like a perfect game that they did not know how to make good RPGs at the time, I think. Like, Mega Man Battle Network had the most fun boss fights, and it was really fun to make your deck. It was really fun to do all that stuff, but the story and the normal fights got so repetitive and boring. And then there would just be so many times where, like, I was playing like Mega Man Battle Network 3 or something, and I just walked up to this thing like, hey, access this computer. So I'm like, all right, I have to go through this. Oh shit, I've got this locked. I had to go through a puzzle. Then I got to the computer. Then you get to the computer, it's like 8 guys show up, and they're like, we stole the 8 different passwords. You need to get into this computer. Haha, and go find us. We're in 8 different parts of all over the game. So it takes like they just randomly, I would say every 40 minutes, they put the worst idea of a video game in front of you to make the game last longer. It was so fucking padded with bullshit that wasn't fun. Final Fantasy 14 introduced bunny boys, though. All I'm saying is that when FF12 came out, it was, at that point, it was canon that they were all female. They've had 16 years to correct it, I guess. GameCube and Wii? I don't know about that. Oh, you know what game I'm going to add to the list? What game I'm going to add to the list? Because last time I checked. Oh, baby. I already bought this game? Oh, baby. This might be it. We'll add it to the list, but we're gonna put a streamer preference asterisk. Asterisk. Plat likes. Plat is extra interested. Yakuza Like a Dragon. I love that game. That game is if we actually look here, oh my god, you Paul, not you Paul, sorry, you Richard, you just opened a can of worms. You don't even know. This is the saltiest I've ever been in a video game of my whole life. Yakuza Like a Dragon. You've unlocked 61 out of 63 achievements. Here we go. What are the 2 achievements I haven't unlocked? Beat the true final Millennium Tower. Guess what was bugged in the initial release of the Steam version of this fucking game? The fucking true final Millennium Tower. It was bugged. It was bugged. There was one bug in the entire game, and after I spent hours, this whole game is like fuck you easy. It's dog shit easy, but it's incredibly fun because of how wacky it is. The combat's genuinely decent, and the story is actually like incredible. It's so well written, and I love it. The first difficult thing took me hours to beat in dozens of attempts. I get to the final boss in the fucking game, and you can't save. You can't save in this. The whole point is, you get to this tower, it takes an hour to 2 hours to get through it, and you can't save the whole time. And if you ever die, you have to start over. I finally got to the final boss. The game cuts out, it bugs, and it kicks you out of the tower, and you have to start over. And it became, you couldn't do it. I got there 3 times, hoping that the bug was just like maybe I got bad luck. Every fucking time the game bugged out, and then they finally patched it like 3 months later. But this is a very difficult challenge. I'm not good enough at the game anymore. I don't know the combat and the nuances anymore. I had forgotten. It's just like so fucking salty. So now I don't have all the achievements on this game because of the fucking bug that came out. I haven't made fucking Steam posts about it. I was so pissed. Who's this? Evelyn, get out of here. We're not interested in you, Evelyn. I was so fucking... Now here's the thing. That game's fucking wonderful. Yakuza Like a Dragon, if you haven't played it, it definitely feels like a game that needs a sequel. Its combat is a little too rudimentary. It's a little too simple. It's way too easy of a game all the way through. It really feels like they need to get some people from Dragon Quest that know how to balance games. But like the story, the world, the exploration, the side quests, the job system, all that stuff is really fun and really, really good. It just, they need help with the balance of the game. And they need to hopefully make a more complex combat system or have more depth to the character customization. It was very not great. Vampire Survivors. Yeah, I don't actually know if you know this. Man, you guys definitely watch me for Octo Path. There's no doubt. Which is fine. I'm not upset much. But if we go to YouTube Studio, I promise not to bring up shit every single time. Hey, look at this. My YouTube short got some views. But if we go to my most viewed video of all time, my third most viewed video of all time is Vampire Survivors, a tier list for every weapon in the game. This, now keep in mind, this was January 22nd, so this was 8 months ago, and 7 months ago. There's way more in the game now than there was, but almost 20,000 views. Almost 20,000 views. Tales of Symphonia is what I'm leaning towards. Anyway, gotta go. Maybe catch up later. Bye, chat. Hey, bye, Hi Tom. I hope you have a wonderful day. In fact, I hope you have a wonderful life. I hope you're happy and feel fulfilled when you go home at night. Piece of good friend. I'm gonna read Lamfy's message here. I'm very interested, but not yet. Not on stream. Anyway, anything else? You guys thinking about anything? Haven't played Symphonia yet, but I really love Tales of Berseria. Let me see which one that is, Paul. Tales of... I don't know if you like Tales of Symphonia. Tales of Berseria was one of my least favorite RPGs I've ever played. I think they might be similar enough where you might like them for the gameplay, but I almost disliked everything about the game of Berseria. Personally. And I know that's uncommon. A lot of people liked it. I did not like it. Symphonia to me is... and Zestiria, I think, are the two that I really, really like. Oh, yeah. Vampire Survivors has lots of copycats, but the thing about copycats, they're not just objectively worse. Like, a copycat could be more fun in different ways than the original. I played 20 Minutes Till Dawn, right? 20 Minutes Till Dawn is very fun. I like it more than Vampire Survivors in a lot of ways, but Vampire Survivors I like more in other ways as well. Like, that's the cool thing when a new genre basically gets created. And Vampire Survivors isn't original either. It was copied off a game that I played many, many years ago. Like, everything's a copy of something. Like, what's, Play Store. Dragon Quest 8 is phenomenal. Magic Survival, this game right here. This game came out years before Vampire Survivor. Wizard for Sega CD is the father of Ogre Battle. That's pretty cool. But yeah, this game right here, like, this literally came out years before Vampire Survivor. And this is, you walk around, things come at you, and you automatically... And I love this game. This game was fucking great. They got the orbs, they got the chests. You know, you get passives as you level up. This is your bar. You have to survive a certain amount of time. Like, it's literally... The Vampire... Yeah. This one says it was updated on July. I wonder where it says the release date. Release 2019. October 21st, 2019. And then this was Vampire Survivors release date 2021. So like this game came out 2 years before Vampire Survivor, and it's the exact same, you know. So like even Vampire people are like, oh, there's all these Vampire Survivor clones. Like Vampire Survivor is a clone. Doesn't make Vampire Survivor bad. Vampire Survivor is probably the best of that genre. Dragon Quest 8 is a pretty phenomenal game. I've beaten it like 3 times. So I don't know if it's time to go back and play it again. But then again, I've beaten Dragon Quest 12 2 times, maybe. I think I beat Dragon Quest 12 2 times back to back. Like almost literally back to back. I think I played it start to finish within a year of each other, of each playthrough. Each one over 110 hours. And I played the first time on release, then I played like the HD Super Remaster for the Switch, which the definitive edition, which came. I did all of the I did all the Draconian quests. It was a very, very good time. Lost Judgment, I don't know what that is. Lost. Okay, it's not here. Let's take a look in Google. Lost Judgment. Nah, it's like a Yakuza game, right? I'm not into it. You can even go back to Gauntlet. Killing waves and leveling games are nothing new. Exactly. So I have a list of pretty modern RPGs that I loaded up for my stream deck. Can you go through the list? Sure. Let's go through the list. I'll add them to the list. Go through your list. I'll add them to my list if they look interesting to me. Lost Judgment, I think, is probably a really good game. I'm not really into the beat 'em ups. It's not my style. Like, I haven't played any of the Yakuzas besides Like a Dragon, because it was an RPG. That was the way they got me into it. We know it's getting a sequel. I mean, at least they planned on it getting a sequel. And I'm sorry, I missed this way earlier. Pulverized. Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is a good option. I don't know if it's exactly what I'm looking for right now. I have beaten Kingdom Hearts 1 about 10 to 12 times. It's just one of my favorite games of all time. Kingdom Hearts 2 I've beaten twice or three times. I beat Kingdom Hearts 3 once. But then once I get to Kingdom Hearts 3, like, at least if I play Kingdom Hearts 1, I could keep my head around and talk about people that are talking about the game. Once we get to Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm so lost from the fan base in terms of what's going on that it's not, I don't know how useful it is to anyone. What happened here? Tell me. What happened here? Why do I have all these tabs open? Like, what's this? Oh, Magic Survivor. Yeah. Chat 1, chat 2. Videos. The Outer Worlds. I did beat that. Marvel Spider-Man remake. It's okay. Elden Ring. I beat Elden Ring twice. I got all the achievements in Elden Ring. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Cyberpunk 20. I don't really like Assassin's Creed. Cyberpunk. I did beat that. Had a wonderful time. Horizon Zero Dawn. Didn't get very far. I think it was good. Phoenix Point. I just like XCOM more. Hollow Knight. I did beat. Biomutant is on the list. I definitely want to play Biomutant. Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2. I did beat them both. I love both those games. They're very, very good. I did actually, my only real video game review is on that. Now, I gave it a 6 out of 10, but I still like the game. I consider that a good score. I don't know what Chernobyl is. Thymesia. I'm kind of a weirdo when it comes to, I don't really like isometric games that much. Stray, I have played. I mean, that's not a modern RPG. Now you're just listing stuff. Stray is fun though. I've been playing that. Yeah, that's true. I mean, Bravely Default, it would be good. Yakuza Like the Dragon you played is the 7th. I think it is the 7th. I think Yakuza Like the Dragon is the 7th Yakuza, but also it doesn't require any, like, I think if you've played the other Yakuzas, you're likely to enjoy a lot of the fan servicey stuff more. You're likely to enjoy the cameos and things like that. But for someone like me who never played any of them, you never feel lost at all. Like, the game is definitely designed for you to play it as the first game. Bravely Default is good. I never beat it. I did get pretty far. The thing is, that game is actually pretty hard too, in like a positive way. I don't know like why I quit it. I don't really like the structure as much as I used to, where as you can progress the story, you unlock new classes. I don't know. It's kind of like my issue with Final Fantasy Tactics now, even though I like it. I just get stuck in this perpetual state of grinding. Like, because I'm like, oh, I want to max out this. I want every character to max out every class because or at least I want them to max out these classes so they can move on to other classes. Because what if the next class I want someone to learn, but they're not done with their current class? So like I get stuck in this like state of like, and it's like every like hour you're getting a new class for quite a while, and then I'm just always grinding stuff. I don't even, yeah, I mean, I'll emulate whatever. As long, the worst case scenario is I got to buy the game. I'm not going to steal anything, but if I could buy the game, then I'll emulate it. Yeah, I played a little bit of the original Octo Path, not a lot, but I kind of went over that earlier, specifically with that game, is that I'm either going to like the original Octo Path more, or I'm going to like this one more, because it's very similar in a lot of ways. So if I like this game more than I like the original Octo Path, I'm going to be annoyed that the combat systems are not like in this game, and so I won't enjoy that experience as much. But the ultimate, what if I like the first one more than this one, I'll be frustrated at the direction they took this game, and then I won't enjoy this experience as much. So I'm a little hesitant to play that. Terranigma? I don't know what Terranigma is. I'll take a look at Terranigma. I mean, I used to just go from like Super Nintendo to Super Nintendo game, just playing old RPGs and shit. There's actually a lot on Game Boy too. Terranigma looks a little actiony. I don't like SNES actiony games. They just don't, like, it's hard, even if they're good, it's kind of hard to go back to like an actiony game like that when I've played things like Elden Ring, you know. I mean, I've played a decent amount of Octopath 1. I stopped playing it because I kind of got bored. I don't like the structure of the game. I liked everything about the game in a sense. I mean, the writing is kind of bad. Most of the stories are kind of bad. The characters aren't great. They're fine, but they're like whatever. They're not like wonderful or bad. Primrose was a standout as being pretty cool. But I didn't like the structure. It didn't make sense for me that these characters were together. It didn't make sense that, like, I didn't like that I had to go through like all these chapter 1s and try to go through these chapter 2s and then try to go through, like, it just, I don't know, everything felt kind of like, I think the structure of how they had you experience the narrative was pretty terrible. I didn't like that part of it. Secret of Evermore. That sounds more interesting than Metal Marines. I mean, I know I said actiony games, but I also literally put Tales of Symphonia on my list. That's a pretty actiony game, but it's more, the action is more like a side effect of Stop it. This is a weird looking game. Not like weird as in bad, but just like, oh, interesting. Okay, not that. This looks kind of cool. Oh, is this gonna be like Secrets of Mana though? Like, I don't want to play anything that's like, again, like a, if it's completely turn-based, that's one thing. If it's not turn-based, it's just not, it's not for me if it's on this SNES and it's not turn-based. The combats feel janky and bad most of the time. No turns. I don't think it's for me. I don't like the Secret of Mana combat system very much. Yeah, the Octopath is like, once you get to the very end, they have like a final chapter that kind of ties everything together from what I understand, but I was a little frustrated by, I just didn't like the structure, is the, I guess, the simplest way to put it. And even my preferences aren't 100% consistent though. It's like worth keeping in mind. But like, yeah, typically if it's like an old game like that and it's like a top down, you have to slash, even though it's an RPG, it's like, I just feel like I've played better action games, you know. They could be hard, even if it's like RPG focused. I don't know. It could be like, it could be hard to go back to that. The original, I wanted to play Octopath for a long time. I finally played it about a month before this game came out to kind of, I was like, oh, maybe I'll just play through the whole game and then I'll get ready for this. It just, I don't know, it didn't grip my attention for long enough. It was really good for a while, but I really didn't care for most of the narratives. I actually like the narrative in this game way more. Hey, kitty. How you feeling, buddy? He really likes it when I rub his belly. Like, he is all into that belly, man. Oh, we gotta confront the governor. Bahamut Lagoon is turn-based. SNES wasn't around when we were kids in the U.S. Bahambu, the dragon. Let's take a look. This is kind of neat looking, huh? I really wish the images were bigger. Can I go to like size large? Interesting. I mean, this looks pretty fun, honestly. I can't even tell exactly what it's like, but it looks pretty fun. The original story structure is not so good. Yeah, if to me, like, I don't know if it's the same writers and the same people working on this directly. Like, this might be one of their smaller studios while they work on Octo Path 2, or they worked on Triangle Strategy, things like that, right? This probably isn't their main game. But like, I feel like after Octopath, like, Triangle Strategy is one. Can we agree that Triangle Strategy is the fucking worst name of all time? It's a very bad name. I don't even understand the triangle. Like, I know there's 3 nations, but it's like, when you think of triangle in strategy games, what's the very first thing? The combat triangle. You think of axes, spears, and swords or whatever. You know, Fire Emblem has trained us that there's a weapons triangle, and now they have a game called Triangle Strategy without a weapons triangle. It's a fucking terrible name. I hate the name. But Octopath Traveler is such a crazy good name that I understand why they wanted to go a similar route. They're not all winners. But the writing into that game is incredibly good. I love Triangle Strategy for most of the game. So I'm happy. It seems like they've definitely learned from Octopath, and now their games are of a higher writing quality. Maybe that was like one of their criticisms. It was like, they're like, hey, you're right. The writing is not very good, and the story structure is kind of bad. And now they seem to have addressed it. I'm definitely going to be playing Sea of Stars when that comes out. The Chrono Trigger not spiritual successor, but, you know, it's like heavily inspired by Chrono Trigger. We did it. We got those nuts. Thanks for the nut, Helga. Is Helga the most attractive waifu in the game? Be honest. It's not really turn-based. It's more chessboard strategy. That's okay. I mean, if you take turns, like in Fire Emblem. I mean, I know Field Chronicle isn't going to be turn-based, but I'm not even that interested in the game, but I'm going to play it because I'm just interested enough where it's like, I really want to give it a chance, you know? Right now, I'm definitely leaning towards... Right now, I'm leaning towards 3 Houses... Tales of Symphonia. Current lead in Platt's mind. 3 Houses and Tales. Put a line there. Now we know that they're separate. Is this Fabio, or is Fabio the next one? This is Pia. Pia. That's like the Chia Pets. Wow, look at that dialogue. Gas pant. Oh, I do like that. I mean, it's kind of weird that all the merchants are actually merchants. I mean, there's more merchants than there's fucking citizens in this game, you know? It's like everyone's a fucking merchant. I mean, there's also the thieves and the apothecaries and stuff, but it's like, it's just, that's what's so weird about the 8 kids that all went out to do different professions to try to make money. Like you're gonna go out specifically to try to make money as like a young boy, and one of them decides to become a dancer, and one of them decides to become a clergyman. Like, none of them decided to become carpenters. One of them decided to become just a warrior. There's carpenters in this world. We beat one of them up. There's other jobs. There's engineers. There's advisors. I don't know. It's just like, it's weird that some of them just pick like weird ass jobs. Like, I get wanting to become a doctor, like an apothecary. But in order to provide for my family, I'm gonna become a clergyman. They're renowned for how much money they make, especially at entry level positions. How you doing, Rubber Duck Sauce? Sand Lizardman. That sounds like a name. My name is Sand Lizardman. I'm gonna grab myself a sip while we kill these guys. It's actually right behind me. It's gonna be room temperature ginger ale, my favorite. Don't look at my butt. Oh, are you still alive? Get out of my house. Not you, buddy. Not you, buddy. I love you, kitty. Oh my love. You want to stretch? Oh, he wants a big stretch. What about Dragon Quest 6? Let's take a look. I've played a lot of the Dragon Quest games. Dragon Quest 6. Which one is that? Is this one that I played? I beat 1 and 3. Let's just add it. Let's add it to the list. Let's add Dragon Quest 6 or 9. 9 or 9. 6 or 9. 69. Woo! You miss Final Fantasy Tactics so much you cannot take it anymore. I mean, you can play it again. Also, when I say Final Fantasy Tactics, I wonder which one I'm talking about on this list. Tactics or War of the Lions. I've only played, I think, War of the Lions with Ramza. Nice. I might want to leave some of these. I was going to make another YouTube short about when the game adds more travelers and you're just like, traveler stories, you're just like, yes, okay, but maybe not. It might not be a good short. Panza, thank you for the heal. Triangle, in my opinion, refers to the 3 kingdoms. It does. But I still think it's a terrible name. It obviously doesn't refer to a weapons triangle, but the optics and triangle strategy, and it looks like Fire Emblem from the trailers when you're looking at it. It's called Triangle Strategy. Fire Emblem is famous for popularizing a weapon triangle in their strategy games. It just like the title is like bad optics, and it doesn't sound good, in my opinion. I'm not saying that it makes the game bad. I'm just saying I think it's a bad title. Who do we need? We need Pia. Pia me. Are you in the house? Did you move in? Oh. All right, well, Helga, you're out. We're a Pia guy now. Let's go to the merchants. Hey, thank you 777 Twitch for following. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Who put all these drinks up here, bro? Is it me? I drink too many drinks. Not enough water, too many drinks. Anyway, time to open the soda. Water check. Every time I drink soda, you guys have to drink water. That way at least one of us could be healthy. An hour ago, I got a subscription on YouTube. Thank you, K Satori. There's water and soda? Yeah, a little bit. What do you think all that wet stuff is? Sugar-free ginger ale is definitely a step closer to carbonated water than I'm used to, but I like it. Defeat the cactus rollers. Oh, a merchant's job is never done. Don't forget, if you want to be a merchant, it's not just about haggling and selling and procuring goods. It's also about being a spear-wielding hero that's able to taunt and do lightning attacks. Why does it sound bad? Triangle strategy? It's just I mean, look, it doesn't sound like sex or anything like that. It doesn't sound bad in that way. It's just a not good sounding name. It's like if something was called, I don't know, like Oval Combat, you know, like if it was called like, oh, if a game came out called Oval Combat, it's like, that's a dumb name. That's all. Or like rectangle shooter. Like I probably wouldn't play rectangle shooter unless it was made by a person that I really liked and I saw the game was good, but like based off face value, it doesn't sound appealing. They're weak to axes. Get them. You have a ice attack. They might be weak to ice. They're in the desert here. They're not used to that. Don't resist my darkness. Oh, good hit. 20,000 experience. Not bad. Why am I touching my ears? I don't know. It makes me think, you know, that's how I process information. Come on, Pia. Are you going for the flower? The cactus flower? I mean, it's true. It's very thrifty to murder your own monsters for their bodies to then sell. But I think it's a little disingenuous from what a real merchant does. Like, what is, like, I'm sure, what's a warrior's job in this world? If you're like straight up your job is you're a warrior, like a mercenary, it's like every merchant and every apothecary, every doctor, every scholar, every fucking clergyman, everyone goes and kills all their own shit. You're not needed in this world. A warrior's the most useless job in this world because everyone's a fucking warrior. What's up, Platt? Who'd you get for your guaranteed 5-star on the daily paid banner? I got Theo. I got Theo. That was cool. I like Theo. Theo's a cool dude. Isn't it just a hunter, not a merchant? You would think. But that's what the merchants do in this game. Hunters make the most thematic sense. I already had my Theo's actually awakened 3 now, I think. To the royal family, it's me. I'll do it. There's literally more merchants than, like I said, there's more merchants than there are like citizens. 1 out of 8 people in this world is a merchant. That's a lot of competition. And somehow they're all successful. I hope they add a DLC class. Yeah. Like a class. They add a new job, so there's not 8. There's more than 8, and it's just mayor. And that way you have 100 different mayors somehow. Like it releases like, hey, every town has a mayor. We just keep adding towns and more mayors. Why not? It's a job. Mayor's gotta. Then they'll already be this arc. It's like a mayor's gotta protect their town. And then they don't get reelected, and then they lose their job, and they're not a mayor, and then they have to leave your party. I think that's a good call. I think that's what they should do, definitely. That sounds like a smart decision. Millard's good. I mean, I definitely think Millard's less good now than he was at launch already. The sheriff class, I mean, might as well have a fucking bounty hunter, sheriff. I can't wait to kill that thing and procure goods. Come on, Pia, you got this. That's not a worm, that's a desert eel. Duh. It'd be cool if she found some blue rocks in a cave. I bet the king would love it. Absolutely. She knows what the royalty likes. And there, it's skinned. Good job, man. I wish it was that easy. She didn't even get any blood on her. That's crazy. I'm okay to getting Millard, but I really want Theo. I don't have any good apothecaries. Ashlyn, not Ashlyn. There is that one apothecary with a double axe attack that has a chance to bleed. I really like him. He does some pretty good damage. But I mean, yeah, if you want an apothecary that heals, Theo's might be the best healing apothecary. What is Menno? Menno is a cleric. But I think Menno has that really good ability to heals the whole squad and then does heal over time. I think Menno's really good. Boom bada boom bada boom bada boom bada boom bada boom bada boom 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 boom. Bow wow. Da 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 da. Rodion. I like Rodion a lot. I mean, he's a damage dealer, though. He's not, like, very much of a support apothecary. They said another apothecary will come next week? No fucking way. Unless it's, like, Tilkin, in the Tilkin arena. But if they add Alphen, I'm pulling hard on Aflin. He's my favorite character in Octo Path by far. Alphen? Aflin? Alphen? You know, I'm trying to remember his name now. Again, I didn't play that long, but I do remember he was my favorite character. Die. Everyone's got to pull on what they got to pull on, you know? They said another apothecary is coming next week. I forgot, maybe a dancer. I'm not quite understanding those two messages tied together. Maybe I was saying something. Alphen ain't he the one that can resurrect a fallen ally? I have no idea. I don't know anything about his kit at all, but he is my favorite character in Octo Path, so I'm going to pull for him. Plus, Apothecary is my favorite class. I like healing axe I like people that could heal and do axe damage. That's cool. Plus, I like, and whenever I play like an RPG like Skyrim or Oblivion or something, I always go into alchemy because I just like mixing things together. And I like Riku and Final Fantasy X. I just like that archetype. Are we going into the cave this time? Yeah, of course. It's the lady with Kairiao and their story. Got it. Yeah, they never have to run out of characters to add, right? Because they add traveler stories, and in those traveler stories, they can add cool characters that aren't part of the story, and then they could release those characters in the future, and that character in the future has its own story, and it can release a different, in that story, there could be another cool character. What's up, Lep? How you doing, friend? I'm gonna look at something really quick. I'm curious. It's not important, but I'm curious how much money I make from doing a live stream. From just ads. Jack's the weapon master. Honestly, I'm not even sure who Rita is, so yeah, she's probably pretty mid. Let's go to my live streams. This is not interesting to anyone. If you're interested, let me know. It's something that popped in my mind. I got 949 views. Okay, biggest update since launch. Let's see if it has anything here. $1. I mean, $1 for just sitting there live streaming though is not bad, right? $2.98. So I might make $1 or $2 every time I go live. That's all right. It's not bad. Hey, welcome to Lep back again. Your picture is of a Animal Crossing character, right? That's what I always feel like I see. You know what? Because everyone's symbol is really small in chat for their icon, we could play a game where I guess what people's icons are. Because most of the time I can't tell. Like, I can tell Chris looks like their own face. The Lep looks like an Animal Crossing character. Maybe them. In Animal Crossing. Chili Cherry looks like maybe the Splatoon girl. Dapin Gwynlord looks like Gary the Snail from SpongeBob, potentially, but maybe not. It just looks like two big eyes or two lanterns. And then I can only see those in YouTube. I can't see those in Twitch. Oh, look at that blue stone. How many hours do you have into the game now? Let's find out. Ryan, I think Ryan's is probably the letter R. It could be the letter A though. But I'm willing to put money on it being an R. It's Hollow and Lawrence from Spice and Wolf, but I could see it. I don't know what Hollow and Lawrence. I don't know if Hollow and Lawrence are two characters, and I don't know what Spice and Wolf is, but it sounds like I was off. Again, I'm looking at it. I mean, if you look at my view, all right. Like, the symbols are like this big. I barely can see shit. My hair is getting long. I'm trying to get it long enough so I could go back like this. But my hair is so aggressively straight. There's no curling in my hair at all. It's so fucking straight. It just doesn't go back. My hair is very strong. Do you think these blue stones are meth made by Heisenberg? You think she's selling meth to the royal family, and whether or not she knows it is different. Yeah, I figured it was an anime. Spice and Wolf sounds like an anime, but I don't really watch much anime. Not that I'm not an anime guy, but I mean, like, if I had to put myself... so, it's like, I'm way more into anime than the average American, and I'm way less into anime than the average anime fan, I guess. Does that make sense? Like, there are people that are into anime, and they watch a lot of stuff, and I don't know any of it, but it's like, I'm not like one of those... I'm also not like a jock. It's like, God, I wouldn't watch a fucking cartoon. Fuck cartoons, man. Fucking, they're always just trying to make you look up their panties. Fucking up their skirts to look at their panties. It's fucking sick and perverted. What the fuck? You like Naruto? Oh, how many Pokemons are you catching today, Naruto? Ho 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 ho. Like, I'm not that guy either, but also I'm very much not like, I don't know what most animes are. I don't watch seasonal anime. I watch maybe like 2 animes a year, max. And usually one of those animes is rewatching one that I've seen before because I want to watch it again. Like, I'll periodically every other year to every year. I was right on Splatoon 2. Fuck yeah. I periodically watch like Samurai Champloo. I watch Samurai Champloo like every year or 2. It's a boy? There's no boys in Splatoon. I'm not falling for that. All right, let's get into it. All right. Why? Let's get into it. All right, I want to know. If anyone here has any insight, it's okay. You don't need to out yourself. You could just pretend that you've heard it. Why does Sonic the Hedgehog, why does the fandom somehow create so much horniness? You know what I mean? Why is there so much horniness in the Samurai Champloo fandom? No, in the Sonic fandom. Why do so many characters have sex, and why is there so much attraction to these characters? I don't get it. It seems like a kid's show gone terribly wrong in that sense. Like, why is there so much fan fiction? Is it just a meme that I'm not in on, and everyone in there is like, it's funny to make people think this? Or is it like legit? I'm not a hater, and I don't kink shame. I just strive to understand. Is there an actual, like, the thing is, I guess because everything is so, in that whole universe is so asexual to me that I don't get it. If you guys are cowards, you don't have to know. When you find out, let me know. All right, I will. George must be in the party. Well, George can be in the party when he spells his name right. That fucking asshole. All right, you could be in the party, but I'm not gonna call you George. I'm calling you Gorge, just to piss you off. All right, let's go name. It is nice that, like, all these characters do feel like characters, you know? Like, it's nice that they added all these characters and they feel like people. Like, in a lot of games, you just get, like, I don't know, it's like you get, like, Werewolf Man, and it's like, what does Werewolf Man do? He's a werewolf man! Woo! Look how he fights things. Like, this does feel like humans kind of living a life. They have names. They're not called things like Death Prophet, Bat Rider. Listen, I like Dota 2. I like it way more than League of Legends, but holy shit, do they make the worst visual design and named characters. It's like 1 out of 10 characters has got a cool visual design, and 1 out of 20 has a good name. No. Like Enigma, that's like okay, I guess. But they literally have, like, I don't even know their names, and it's just like, my name is Frost Wizard. My name is Poison Shooter. What does he do? He shoots poison. What do you think Bat Rider does? Guess what Bat Rider does? It's a guy on a bat. He's riding a bat. He's a Bat Rider. Yeah. That's like the quality of most of the names. Everybody living now wants to be a plat. Everybody living now. Everybody wants to be a plat. It's a violent pornography. Choking chicks and sodomy. The kind of shit you get on your TV. Oh, this guy... Does George have an immune to sleep spell? Let's find out, because that would actually be fun if they incorporated that specifically into his thing. You used to play I liked Heroes of the Storm. Heroes of the Storm was the most fun. I would say it was the least competitive in terms of like... it didn't feel like a game that was built around high-level competitive play. It felt more fun than that. And you guess what? As someone that doesn't play at tournaments, a game that was competitive was very fun. Cure sleep and grant immunity to sleep. That's so fun. My God, 3 stars are so fucking bad. The step from 3-star to 4-star is definitely smaller than the step from 4-star to 5-star, I think. I think 4 stars are like serviceable and you could use them and they have some cool, unique things that make them good. 3 stars are just shit sandwiches, man. Shit sandwiches being smeared on your account. Heroes of the Storm didn't get deleted, right? They just stopped supporting it. Heroes of the Storm is a very fun game. If I want, like, I play Dota 2 mostly. If I'm gonna play a MOBA, I don't even play MOBAs that much, but I play Dota 2. But Heroes of the Storm is the most fun, especially if you want to play with friends. Dota 2 is like an hour. And if you're losing, sometimes you just get your fucking dick stepped on for like 45 minutes to an hour, and you can't surrender. You can't leave. You could tell within the first 3 minutes that you were going to lose. Not the first 3, but you could tell within the first 10 minutes that you're going to lose a half hour from now because your team is just sitting down eating shit sandwiches, which is an analogy that I'm going to use at least 3 more times today. And it was just fucking terrible. Sometimes it's the most miserable thing, but as you get better and you get more even matches, it becomes much more fun. If you want to lose friends, play League of Legends. I mean, I just like League of Legends is fun, but League of Legends is a less fun video game for me than Dota 2, like strictly. But League of Legends has a huge edge up in the fact that their characters are interesting and memorable. Like, it's cool. Their characters have more personality and story. Like, they put a lot more effort into that aspect, developing the characters. Like, I look fondly when I go back and play League of Legends. I'm like, oh yeah, Veigar or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, Scion, Dr. Mundo. Man, these are characters, and you see them running, you know, Singed, like Zac, Jarvan the Fourth, Garen, Ashe. Like these are characters that are gonna stick with me forever because I've seen them a lot, but also they're just like pretty good. But it's like I don't think the gameplay is as good. The characters aren't. They clearly have done a better job of it, but like in the early game, like a lot of the characters are very similar. Like they're all a little bit different, but it's like they're like, hey, we got 20 ideas for abilities, and each character is gonna get 4 of them. If you have an ultimate, it's going to be a stronger version of the ability. If it's a Q, it's going to be a weaker version of the ability. Like, you know, all the characters are kind of similar, and now they're kind of going the opposite direction where they're very complex. Like, all right, I've got 12 weapons, but the only way I could go and get all my weapons is to hit Q, which causes me to enter reload mode. If I reactivate reload mode, I can then throw my weapon to pull out my sword. Otherwise, I can phase shift into my second weapon, which is a grenade launcher. But if I do the grenade launcher while reload mode is down, then it'll pull out my sword, but the sword will actually be a gun lance. And I was like, what happened to 4 abilities? Like, I don't know. Lunar Silver Star Story, Mike, is a good game. That is a game I have beaten twice. I don't remember it that well, but I think that's like, I think Lunar Silver Star is like a perfect older RPG, right? Like, it's kind of easy, it's kind of simple, but it just, I don't want to say it feels like a good RPG Maker game, but it feels like a perfect RPG Maker game almost. Like, it doesn't do anything crazy. You just have a good time and a good story with a decent combat and a fun arc, and you get to the end and you beat it, and it was just a good time start to finish. Like, I think it's like a very game that it's like, it doesn't stand out, but it almost stands out from just like, it just does everything pretty darn good. Maybe it's like the reason why Chrono Trigger is so good. Like Chrono Trigger is just fucking incredible. That game does stand out. But Lunar feels like all the RPG basics nailed down, done very well. I had a really good time with that game. It could be time to play it again. I think Tales of Symphonia would be a more fun second playthrough though, because I only beat it the once. Yeah? I know that game can get very complex in terms of if your builds, what do you want to use? Oh, like the different titles affect your stat growths. But I'm like, whatever. This is the same fucking worm as before. All these guys keep fighting the same worm and he keeps picking himself back up. It's like these losers think they're killing me. They're literally just hurting me. Or they're not even hurting me. I'm just pretending to die to make them feel good. Less disappointed in themselves. It's been such a long time. I think I should be going, yeah. Time doesn't wait for me. It keeps on rolling. Is that number 2? Yeah, number 3 is unlocked. Let's go. How many more fucking there's so many traveler stories. Like, I think if you're really into it, they could be a lot of fun. For me, I'm more like, give me the gems, give me the influence, give me the gems, give me the influence. Dum dum dum. You ever catch Boston Live? I never heard Boston Live, no. I did watch Styx Live, but that was like 2 years ago. They were still really good. Like, actually really good. They didn't have Dennis DeYoung. They had like some replacement guy, I don't know, but I mean, it was spot on. I mean, he sounded really good. In fact, there was a point where I was like, oh, this isn't Dennis DeYoung, because I think it was introduced. But there was like halfway through the show, I'm like, wait, is this Dennis DeYoung? Tommy Shaw was there though. That was very good. Had a wonderful time. It was at the casino. It was a great time. Boston, I haven't heard live. I'm not quite old enough to have heard them in their prime, and now that I'm old, like even when I was old enough to appreciate them, they weren't doing that much stuff. Like, I don't know if I was old enough to like Boston before the guy died. But man, Boston is fucking good. At least that album. I don't know if I like their whole discography, but Boston's Boston album I think is very good. Peace of Mind is one of my favorite songs. Foreplay Long Time, one of the greatest songs ever. With the fill and singer, yeah. I mean, their fill and singer I think I've heard is really good. But also, like, you seen the Journey guy? The Journey guy is fucking great. I don't know if he's Tyler Perry good. Is that his name, Tyler Perry? This one's a worm. The other one was a sand eel. But yeah, their replacement singer is great. You know, here's the thing: is there's still a lot of talent, even if it's not exactly the same. Like, there's a lot of talent in this world for you to find. Oh no, they're immune to the book. He did 4 damage. Come on, we got this. It is kind of cool when enemies give themselves multiple turns in a turn. I actually, like, I'm like, stop it. That's too strong, but it is kind of fun too. We got the sandworm. No, that was a sand eel. It was just misnamed. Or the other one was misnamed. So is there like another group of 8? There's like the 8 that left from, there's the octuplets, there's the original 8, there's the new 8, and there's also like another set of 8 characters that all came from this one village, and the chief always shows up at the end, is like, you did a good job, kid. I'm here to teach you how to be a good person. 8 Red Valley boys, I believe it. 8 maidens looking for love. That was some of the complaints I got. Everyone's like, why is every fucking woman in this game trying to find a husband? I'm like, yeah, it's kind of a good point. But I mean, I guess there's probably 8 of them. That's probably, I don't know if you need to dedicate that much. But I mean, I guess once you do 1, they're like, we got to do 8. We got no choice. 8 or bust. Sigrid ain't looking for a husband. Isn't she the one that found him? Isn't that? And most people are looking for a husband. Just because everyone isn't. But yeah, a lot seem to be. Let's grab this. All right, I think I'm gonna go for today's stream. I don't have a backup game planned, but I am going to. She's out for blood, then a husband. Yes. After she kills someone, then she's gonna look for love. I'm going to end the stream for today. I'm gonna try to get a backup game ready for tomorrow. Like, I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna play. Maybe I'll do a little community post on it. Maybe I'll do a Discord post. Maybe I'll just decide. Maybe I'll dictate it. But I'm kind of looking at this list. I'm gonna mull it over and decide which I want. 3 Houses, Tales of Symphonia, Dragon Quest 6 or 9, Breath of Fire 2, any Fire Emblem game or a Final Fantasy Tactics game is a game that I'm going to play when I'm done with daily content so I can keep streaming stuff. And I still have more that I could do here, but also I don't want to burn out on the game. I think a couple hours is plenty enough every day. I already play a little bit of my free time as well. So like when I lay down for bed, I don't feel like streaming just me grinding is necessarily that interesting. I'd rather stream me grinding in a different game as well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. We're good for today. But I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Platty is per Plowdy. I will see you guys tomorrow with some Octo Path, COTC, and then maybe even a backup game. Maybe we'll start playing